Hi, I'm David Davis from ActualTech Media. We're live here at VMworld, and I'm excited to be joined by Mr. Bruce Talley. He's the CEO of Nakivo. How you doing, Bruce?
I'm doing great, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being on. So, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Nakivo, a company that I bet a lot of IT professionals out there might not have heard of, or it might be relatively new to them, as it was to me recently. But the more I learn about it, the more I'm excited about what you all are doing. So first, why don't you just tell us, who is Nakivo?
Sure. So Nakivo is a US-based company in Silicon Valley. We were formed in 2012. We focus on VM backup and replication.
Okay.
We started out, with other companies in the past. We built other companies. This team has built other companies in the past and sold them to larger enterprise software organizations. This one we plan to keep for a very long time. And we're focused on making sure we can, solve the tough problems of making sure people can get high-performance VM backup. We have about 50 people now in our company.
Okay.
And we're spread around the US, Europe, and Asia.
Nice, nice. So, I mean, data protection, backup, it's always a challenge at data centers. And so I'm interested to hear, about Nakivo backup and replication and what makes you different. So let's talk about that.
So at the baseline, what makes us one of the most interesting companies in the space is we can back up not only VMware, Hyper-V, but also EC2. So Amazon EC2 instances can be backed up back to the enterprise. And we can also back up to Amazon EC2. So it makes, you can have your data wherever you'd like to have it with Nakivo. We've had some really good success since we started, 20 consecutive quarters of double-digit growth. We're in 124 countries with thousands of partners around the world. We have very large customers to very small customers, all able to use our software, get it up and running very quickly. Our win rate is very high. Whenever we get into a POC, we usually win about 85% of the time. So we're really happy with that. But what makes us different is taking it to customers that need high-performance VMware backup. And the way we do that is we can either install on a VM or we can install on a NAS device like Synology or QNAP. And that gives us the ability to get high performance and deliver a low-cost solution. So what that looks like is Nakivo can install either in a VM or it can be installed on top of a NAS storage device.
Okay.
So that gets us competing with the software vendors that provide software based VM backup, and it also gets us competing with the pre-built, and I'll show a slide there, pre-built packaged backup appliances, the folks that ship both the hardware and the software together. And the advantages that provides is the ability to bring the data across very quickly, about 2 times faster than you can do from a VM connected to a storage box because of the overhead of the protocol, either CIFS or NFS.
Okay.
So that gives us a unique differentiator. Also, relative to the pre-built appliances, we're the combination of us and QNAP or us and Synology. And this week we announced Azure Store, ability to run on their systems, 5x less expensive. So we're very cost effective and high performance. So,
and that gives the customers a lot of flexibility. I mean, because compared to the backup solutions where they sell hardware only, that backup vendors kind of sets the price of the hardware. So you're saying as a customer, I can choose to buy a QNAP or Synology. I assume I have a choice of different models. And I could buy those from my selected VAR or from Amazon or whoever I want to get it from.
Amazon, wherever you want to get it from.
And get the lowest price hardware. And then Nakivo comes in and installs directly on that hardware and gives me great performance.
That's right. And we even make it easier that we're not even actually need to get involved, because what the customer can do is once they have one of those systems, typically the NAS vendor will provide a download page of all their favorite applications. And so we're actually one of the apps that they can download, try for a couple of weeks. If they want to try it longer, they can get a license from us to continue evaluating. And ultimately, they can just purchase.
I have a Synology NAS at home, and I've downloaded apps from that app store. I've downloaded Plex and Docker and things like that. And so now I'm going to go out and look in the app store for Nakivo. I really want to try it on my home lab environment because I need a good backup solution. So I'm glad you bring that up.
Yeah, and we have a free solution that'll support two VMs for free. And then we have very cost-effective, solution for more VMs.
Very nice, very nice. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about Nakivo and kind of it sounds super easy to get started. Sounds very affordable.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to talk about some customers. How has it changed what they were doing from their old traditional backup tools?
Yeah, so some of the customers, here's an example of a system integrator that works with SAP. And before, it was taking them a really long time with a traditional software-based VM backup solution. And they switched to the combination of Nakivo and Synology, and they were able to improve the overall performance by 12x. So we don't promote 12x, but this customer reseller was able to do that with their customer. So it's great. One of the other customers I want to talk about is City of San Francisco. They were using another software backup solution. They were somewhat satisfied, but they had a hard time with support, getting the support to respond quickly. And so they found that our support was easy to work with, very responsive, and so that's why they switched. I was surprised.
Very nice.
I'm always happy to tell that story.
Yeah.
Support guys really work. But some other interesting things about us is we've been in this space for about 5 years. And you're right, not a lot of folks have heard about us, but we've been busy working away on our product, refining it, making it more feature rich. And in that, we've developed things like object level recovery for everything from files to SQL to Active Directory, Exchange. We've built things like log truncation for Exchange so it doesn't fill up your Exchange server and crash it. So we make sure we keep it clean. Same thing with SQL. So take care of things that the more advanced vendors provide. That's in our product. We even have things like instant VM recovery from a backup, so we can boot a backup, a VM from the actual backup of the VM.
That's very nice. When you have a failure, you need to get an application back up and running fast, and that sounds like a super fast way to get it done.
Fast. In seconds, you can get it up and going again. And the other things we're really proud of is moving from just VMware to Hyper-V and to Amazon EC2.
Very nice. So multi-hypervisor support as well as cloud, the biggest cloud player that most people care about these days.
And so we can not only back up to, not only protect that, but we can back up to Amazon as well as to Microsoft Azure. So we cover both those clouds in terms of if you want to get your data offsite to another location.
Excellent. So not only backup, but also replication is part of the product.
Yes, so replication, on the other side you need a VMware to receive the replica, and so we can do that to another data center, another remote location of the customer. We do offsite replication.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, for the companies out there who are struggling with backup, and I know a lot of them are, walk us through kind of the process. What would they do? They go to your website. Is it Nakivo.com?
Nakivo.com.
They download the product, or if they have one of these NAS solutions already that has an app store, they can just go to the app store.
That's right.
In that NAS and get started. How long does it typically take to get up and running?
So they can download it, install it, discover their environment, and start a backup job in less than 3 minutes.
In less than 3 minutes.
Yeah,
very nice.
They have a fast pipe, right? So
very nice.
it's very fast, very intuitive. We spend a lot of engineering time making sure that we have the most simple, easy to use product in the industry. So our target market are the SMBs that need something that doesn't require them to go have an education on, that you want to just be able to look at it and it's intuitively obvious what to do with it. And that's what we deliver.
Excellent, excellent. So a great tool, especially for SMBs. It's affordable, high performance, easy to get started. There's a free trial.
Right.
Anything else we need to know, Bruce?
I want to tell you how affordable this is. So when we started out in the market 5 years ago, we decided to be half the price of the vendors in the market. And so we delivered that half price product, and we've stuck to that price all the way through. And before, we didn't have, in the beginning, 2012 through 2013, not many features, but now we're feature rich, and we have this incredible price and incredible performance when you install us on a NAS machine. So half the price, twice the performance. It's the perfect solution.
That sounds very hard to beat. It's no wonder that when people do a POC, you guys usually win. So thanks so much for joining us today, Bruce.
Thanks for having me, Dave. I really appreciate it.
For more information, make sure you visit nakivo.com.